Hi everyone, I'm Mark with Artisan Restoration, and today we're doing kind of an unusual project. We're cutting up logs from a log cabin to be used for siding, and we're also cutting up timbers from my grandfather's timber frame barn to be used in the project for some posts and beams and things like that. Let me show you what we're talking about. These logs are what they call they're coped logs. They're carved out on the bottom side here, so they fit over the other logs really tight. And the design was that they didn't even need to have chinking. This material that you see right here is sphagnum moss, which they collected out of the woods and put it in between each of the courses to help keep out the wind. This one was sided soon, so it probably never had anything else in it for sinking. But anyhow, here's some more of the sphagnum moss. Anyhow, when the sphagnum moss failed in the middle of January, they would take rags and stuff them in between the logs to keep out the cold wind. So anyway, these guys will all be cut into siding. We're going to cut them right down the middle, and it should be enough to do the whole outside of the project and some of the rooms inside too. But you can see here how many nails are in these things. They're not very long, but they got to come out. So anyhow, they've got stuff that was nailed to them on the inside for, I don't know, it's a pretty heavy wallpaper, I guess. Anyway, over here we've got Josh is pressure washing these guys. I don't know if we're going to be able to use these timbers with the mortises anywhere, but if we do use them, we'll be filling them up. I think we've got one sample over here that we filled already, but it's been buried. So anyhow, it's not hard to fill them in. We've got a lot of practice at it. We just use straps from the same log to do it, so they match really good. Let's go inside here and look at the plant. This is my camper office, field office. Anyhow, this is the floor plan for the new cabin, and right here you can see in the inside. This is the existing cabin that's on the property right now, and it's going to be moved and relocated to a new spot. But architect Jeff Stromgren has designed a 2-bedroom home around it that is going to be using SIP panels. Those are structural insulated panels that will be clad on the outside with the log siding that I just told you about that we're cleaning up outside. And then there's also some posts that are going to go on the inside, because this old cabin actually has a second floor in the loft, and that's going to be removed so that the entire area is vaulted all the way up to the ceiling, and it'll look like this photograph here. And this is what the outside will look like. Those are the elevations. Inside the great room, we're going to have to put some timbers in the corners and some tie rods from one side to the other to help reinforce the cabin since the floor is being removed. And anyway, those timbers that we've got here, there's also some other ones that we'll be using in the project, are actually timbers that were in my grandfather's barn back in Denmark, Wisconsin. They're 7 by 8 inch timbers. We got some really nice long floor ones here that don't have all the mortises in, like the ones we was washing outside. So these will be used for those interior columns and timbers as much as possible. And this is the Meadowland cabin. It's also got, in addition to the logs, it has some log floor joists that we call sleepers. They're hewn flat on the top and the bottom, and they run about every 3 feet through here. So those are going to be cut in half, and since they're 28 feet long, I'm hopeful that the 14 footers will be long enough to use for some rafters in these rooms here, where we can use them with the drywall ceiling or wood ceiling, and put those old floor joists in here for ceiling rafters. So anyway, that's it's kind of a unique project, because we're taking 2 old buildings, an old log cabin and an old barn that are both over 100 years old, and combining them into this new log home. And here's a picture of what it looks like. That's what the exterior is going to look like. And the walls in the cabin are longer than the logs that we actually have to use for siding. So these vertical posts have been designed into the walls so that we don't have, so that we can use shorter logs, period. And it should work out pretty sweet. There'll be some chinking involved, even though the original cabin didn't have any in it. There'll be chinking installed here just to make sure that the wind and the weather stays out. So anyhow, folks, we'll be doing another video here pretty soon as we start cutting the logs and treating them and getting them banded up for shipment. So keep watching. Thanks.